behind. Hey, the radio, big crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking live at the Lady in Black of Darlington Raceway for the Pit Stall Racing Series. As you guys can currently see, practice is underway, and the Pit Stall Racing Series is brought to you by Wrapz and Fort Worth Screen Printing. Good everyone, Michael Bollinger, filling in once again for Christian Schreiber, who is still ill. I've been watching some of these guys in practice. As you see, the 118 spin in practice, they were just getting a pit party started right now, as practice is just getting ready to end here in a few minutes, couple of minutes. And these are looking like a rough bunch here tonight at one of the toughest tracks in NASCAR. I feel like, if anything, this is going to be a good one tonight, race fans. 80 laps of distance here tonight, too, when they get fully underway. And currently, right now, our fastest in practice is Torrey Radford. Just 3/10 of a second up on Tim Williams right now. As you can see right now, each of these drivers working on and finding different lines to run right now. Ooh! 56! Split multiple times out of hard contact. That was a 56 of Blake Strarick. You said Church, right? Straywick. As he was one on that hard contact and on his deck lid. Chantal Pottle right now running a 31.109 in practice right now. She looks pretty, I've seen her, she races pretty fast at Darlington, so I'm ready to see what she can do here tonight in her thick sim racing machine. John Poole III, he's currently running a 30.037 right now. Like I said, we're about 5 minutes away from our practice session ending here, so we can get right into, and they'll be able to get right into qualifying. There's no warm-up, it's 2-lap qualifying per driver, and then 80 laps of distance from there. Track length is 1.36 miles here tonight. As we had the 23 round. That was the 23 of John Poole III. We have Chris Stusler right now in the 61, as he's running a 31.68683 right now. John Garrett, he is the third place finisher currently for in the 66 at a 29.941 right now. Derek Paulson, he's running a 9:29.944 right now. We have the three of Michael Pratt, who's running a 29.991 right now, and he's currently running sixth currently on the for practice. Just as you did come on the air, you did notice that they were doing 2x2 racing as they did a practice restart after a pit party, which I thought was pretty cool. It's pretty fun when you get to be involved in those pit parties, which I've had my fair share of those outside the booth. Right now, Eric Blunt, he's running a 30.06 right now. EJ Mitsu, he's running running in the 4 car right now, as his time is a 30.223. Todd Postjohn, he's running a 30.253 right now. Gordon Lawson Jr., he's running a 30.73. He's driving the 00. Steve Ratter, he's currently in the pits, getting some more work done, tires and all that, as we're just 2 minutes away from starting our qualifying here. He's running a 30.368 right now. The 33 of Brandon Meaner, he's running a 29.988 right now. Rob Smith, in the 118, he's running a 31.889 right now. You see most of these people, guys and gals right now, making final adjustment, going in the pits to make final adjustments, make sure they have their truck how they want it here tonight for our race here at Darlington. 80 laps the distance. It'll be with 2 laps qualifier, as we are just 60 seconds away from our qualifying session. And okay, race fans, it is time to send it down to the qualifying grid. Let's see who's gonna start us off first for qualifying. Like, we have one person ready to go on the track. We have a Gordon Lawson right now. He's out on track, as he's trying to get his warm-up lap going and his out lap started. Troy Radford, he's on track. Not running car 94 today. Blake Tarwack, he's on track now, as well as Doug Paulson, Ty Morasco, Mike Rideout, Eric Blount, EJ Mitsu, Todd Poston, Steve Ratter. The cars are on track right now. Truck's on track right now. And so far, Todd Poston is. Yep. And so far, we have Gordon Lawson Jr. as your pole setter right now, as he's running a. Never mind. Ty Marasco overdid him at a 29.83. Michael Taylor on track now as well. John Pohl the third, he's out on track. Corey Rafford still on track. Blake Tarwick. Robert Smith is now also on track. Dustin Franklin headed out for on track for his 2-lap qualifying run right now. As Mike Rideout, he set the time of 30.418. But the time to beat has just been beat by Troy Rafford at a 29.748, which would put Troy Rafford in the pole position right now, just over Ty Marasco at a 29.853. We're qualifying, getting ready to finish up here. In about 2 minutes, qualifying will be finished up. And so far, the closest we had, the closest battle we have so far is between Derek Paulson and Brandon Befford at a 29.93 and a 29.98. That's pretty good so far. Oh, shoot. And race fans, qualifying is over 2 minutes away from finishing up. You have Tim Williams out on track still, as he's now your third place starter at a time of 29.905. And race fans, we'll be right back after the intro for tonight's action.
Time for the Pit Stall Racing Series.
And welcome back, race fans. After watching the coverage of practice and qualifying, it is time for the starting lineups here at Darlington. Starting on the pole will be the 94 of Troy Radford and the number 1 of Ty Marsco. Row number 2 will be the 45 of Tim Williams and the 83 of Brandon Mefford. Row number 3 will be the 17 of Derek Paulson and the 00 of Gordon Larson Jr. Row number 4 will be the 6 of Eric Blunt and the 23 of John Paul III. The 33 will be the 33 of Brandon Milliner. Row number 5 will be the 66 of June Garrett and the 56 of Blake Trarick. Row number 7 will be the 74 of Dustin Frank and the 8 of Steve Ryder. Row number 8 will be the 4 of DJ Mitsu and the 7 of Todd Poston. Row number 9 will be the 76 of Mike Rideout and the 98 of Michael Taylor. Row number 9 will be the 118 of Robert Smith and the 25 of Hilton Young. Row number 10 will be the 3 of Michael Pratt and the 12 of Chris Moreland. Row number 11 will be the 5 of the Throttle Chantel Pottle, the 84 of Lynn McNeese. And rounding out your field will be the 61 of Chris Sushler and the 47 of Ray Radford. And race fans, that is your starting lineup tonight for Darlington Raceway for the Lady in Black. 80 laps distance, as said earlier. Fans are on their feet. It's looking like this is going to be a good transition from daylight to night. With the sun setting over the track, we have the race fans standing up, ready to go racing. Lights are off on our pace truck. Race fans, I know you've been waiting all day to hear these words, but time to shout out your favorite driver's name. Get loud. Let's get ready to hear these engines roar. That quiet little rumble you hear is about to turn into the greatest, the best, the awesomest roar in motorsports. It is the Pit Stall Racing Series trucks, ready to go racing at Darlington Raceway. And let's get ready to let these engines roar as we're underway at Darlington. Right away, a good start by Ray Radford, holding off the one of Ty Marasco. But Marasco, though, able to get a good jump on him on the outside and able to get a good one for the lead on early. Oh, we had contact in the wall, multiple cars in the wall, but they stay green. That's the tough part about Darlington. This way it's also called the track too tough to tame. It takes control too. That's why you see a lot of these trucks right now starting on the high line, because that's where the best grip is. But eventually you'll see them start falling down using the middle and low lines as well. Middle and inside line, I should say. And that's where the best grip will be eventually, as tires do start to wear in here. So you can see you've seen a lot of backfire out early from these cars. Either the downshift, a lot of times it's downshift they're doing so they can get a better roll out of the turn. So they're slowing down enough where they need a downshift. And the funny part about the shape of this track is it looks more like an egg than anything. How an egg is wider at the bottom and more fine of a round up top. But this is a racetrack. So far we have Len McNeese and Ray Radford right now, falling to the back early still, as they lost a little bit of ground. Chris Sushler with them, running towards the back. I'm seeing most of these cars already a lot of these guys and gals are already single file and multiple small packs as well, I've noticed. Michael Pratt putting up a good fight with the Throttle Chantel Pottle right now for 18th. Mike Rideout taking Thomas Poston for a little bit of a run as well now. His Rideout is right in front of him as he's trying to run down Steve Ryder. Looks like Rideout with some issues, not Rideout, but Ryder with some issues as he fell back one spot to Rideout. This one so far race turns out to be a good, decent race. But I know it's going to be the big kill is the transition into night. Because the track's going to cool down a lot. And timing your pit stop. You want to take it early or stay out and bank on a caution. Pit strat, whatever your pit strategy works, finding the rest one and sticking to it. At Blunt right now, up minus one spot from the initial restart. They're at Paulson up 4, up 1 right now. We have Ty Marasco and Troy Rafford running 1-2 right now as they're battling for the lead. So they had a good battle for the lead, but Marasco was able to pull away going into turn 1, coming out of turn 1 and 2. William T's that he's plus 0 right now, plus minus 0, which is a good spot to be in. He started 3rd and he's running 3rd. But I've noticed too a little bit that a lot of these times are starting to slow down already, as Marasco is at a 30.04 right now for his last lap. Troy Rafford is at a 30.779 right now as well. So tires are already starting to fall off here already at Darlington. This will be a real big killer here tonight as well. Because you also gotta save tires too. Because the more tires you save, the better you save your tires, the better you can run on your tires, the longer you can run on your tires before you have to pit. Tire flex is a good thing to have. But remember, we say this a lot. We're not on the track, so we don't know what these drivers are doing. We can only call what we see. Hey race fans, we are back after having a little bit of technical difficulties. Ty Marasco, you're still your race leader. Troy Rafford falling behind by 0.4 of a second now. Brandon Mefford has fell back by 2 seconds. Steve Rada in the pit is headed to pit lane. It looks like he, after brushing the wall a little bit, he has a little bit of damage. Mike Rada also in the pits too. As they're coming to lap 24 of 80. Look at might be having. Now we have Ty Marasco in the pits now too. It looks like pit window's open, which is real good. Now we know they can run at least about 20 to 30 laps, 20 to 23 laps of fuel before they decide to pit now. That's real good. As Marasco has to make the long journey down pit lane. Derek Paulson in pits as well. We have pretty much the whole field in pit lane. Looks like Lynn McNeese might be a race leader. Here comes John Paul III coming out of pit lane. Ty Marasco coming out of pit lane as well. This is going to be a battle for the lead right here, maybe. I'm seeing a... This race has been pretty much green the whole time, too. Which is real good. As Marasco just passes the 23 of John Paul. Running into second now, again behind Troy running in third right now behind Brandon Mefford and Troy Bradford. Troy Rafford right now, your race leader, running a 29.74 in qualifying. He's up 2.165 seconds on Brandon Mefford. Ooh, that was trouble, but they save it. He rather just had to barely avoid a slight contact with I'm finding what car it is. Go fast, race fans. Sit tight. Here it is of Todd Poston. Just slightly made contact with him as Poston was in the wall. Made brush with the wall. And Ty Marasco is your race leader yet again, as he's pulling away just ever so slightly away from Troy Rafford, as Rafford is down to a 0.792 on Marasco right now. as we're headed to lap 32 of 80. Until Pottle, she is up a few spots as she started 22nd. She's running 16th right now. Trying to catch up to Steve Rada, trying to make a run on Steve Rada for the battle for 15th right now. Michael Taylor up 3 spots as he is running 14th right now, up 3 for Michael Taylor. Chris Suchler minus 1 lap, but he's up 4 spots. Hilton Young, he's minus 3. He's down 3 laps and down a couple of spots here. Ray Rafford started 25th. He's up a good handful of spots as he started 25th, is running 19th. Tim Williams running 13th as he started 3rd. He's down 10. We have Gordon Lawson Jr. running 12th, and as he started 6th, he's down 6. We have June Garrett as minus 1 spot as he started 10th. But Michael Pratt, he's a big mover so far as he started 20th, and he is running 11th now. He was running 10th, as Blake Trowick just passed him for 10th as he started 11th. We have Ty Marasco started 2nd. He's running 1st. Brandon Mefford started 4th. He's running 2nd. He's up 2. Derek Polson started 5th, running 3rd, up 2. Troy Rafford minus 3 as he started 1st. Dustin Franklin, your 12th place qualifier, he's up 7 spots, running 5th. John Paul III, running 6th, started 8th. Eric Blunt, dead even. We have Brandon Jenner running 6th, started 9th, as John Paul minus 1 on the night so far. Lap 36 of 80. Ty Marasco, though, lost a few spots on the pit lane. He was able to find some that worked, and he was able to get right back up front. What some good driving by him so far. Good driving by all these drivers so far. Able to keep it a good, clean race so far. But you don't know what can happen yet, as this is the Lady in Black, Darlington Speedway. The track too tough to tame. Where a wrong move could end your day. Hey racers, I'm gonna hush for a moment so we can enjoy these great machines in their war. That's not all. I do have an update for you guys at home on Steve Rada. Looks like he decided that his damage was too much, so he decided just to take it behind the wall. Look, we have Brian Rainville saying evening PTM, or evening to you too. Now, Ty Marasco, it will just is holding off Brandon Mefford right now. About up a second, as he is in the lap traffic though, but that could be good. But we have more pit stops underway right now too. It looks like as well. Lap 43 of 80. We have more pit stops underway. And here comes the second round of green flag pit stops right here, more than likely, as I'm seeing a lot of drivers go into pit lane. I think I might, so I'm estimating about 23 laps you can get on field here from what I saw in the last green flag run, but I do not know. I thought that was about to be a wreck ensuing just now right there, so I'd hold my breath there for a second, but nope. That was not a wreck. It was stay green, but Marasco still, they were putting on a clinic right now. As Derek Paulson will be a new race leader, as our race leader has went into the pits, has decided it's time to pit. As well as Ty Marasco, never mind, he's still out there. I was looking at the wrong thing for some reason, race fans. Paulson is your new is in second place right now, followed by Franklin, Garrett, Mefford, Hoddle, Rafford, Troy Rafford, Meaner, Cole the third, and Eric Blunt, your top 10. In the second round of pit stops are underway. Marasco into pit lane and out of pit lane. I thought that was about to be a little bit of an issue right there as Marasco was exiting pit lane. He also had some contact with, I think that was the 118, I believe. Here comes the 00 of Gordon Lawson, unlapping him, trying to unlap himself. But Marasco's not going to let that make that easy. 25 of Hilton Young back on track. As we're lap 50 of 80, getting ever so closer. Until Pottle, I think she was just in pit lane as she has a little bit of damage on her right side, on her right door. A little bit of damage from the wall, from brushing the wall. Michael Pratt right now, plus 10 right now. And she's running right now a 32.196. DJ Mitsu, he's in the pit. He's now in the pits, getting his service done. Mike right out 11 laps down as he suffered some damage early on. Trying to get his laps back. Michael Taylor up 3 still. Rob Smith in the pits. Todd Poston, he's still in the pits. Eric Blunt with a little bit of damage on his right side as well. Corey Rafford right now is your new race leader right now. Followed by Brandon Mefford and Derek Paulson. Hi, Marasco is able to fell down a few spots as he's now running second. That even where he was right now. Troy Rafford even where he was right now. But Marasco though making a run on Rafford as his gap is only 9/10 of a second right now. He's driving to make a spot for the lead now. Brendan Mefford, he's down 2 seconds and 7/10 right now. But Derek Paulson, he's down 14 seconds right now. As Ty Marasco is now down to 1 second and 5/10 right now. Carrasco in the pit lane. Lap 60 of 8, as we're getting ready to head to lap 60 of 80. Carrasco loses one spot on his pit stop. But Rafford able to hold on to his lead. As Marasco dropped down to 8th currently during his pit stop, as he dropped down to 8th. 20 laps to go. Brandon Mefford is now your new race leader. Tim Williams now running 2nd right now. Gordon Lawson Jr. in the 00 running 4th. And John Paul III, your race leader. As he heads to the pits now as well. Carrasco running 5th, making a run back up to the front. He's currently running 5th. Eric Blunt, your current, it's looking right now, Derek Paulson will be your waiver round, will be your first car a lap down as it stands right now. As Tim Williams, your current race leader, and Gordon Lawson Jr., your runner-up. With Ty Marasco running in 3rd currently, as he just completed his more than likely final lap pit stop of the night. Gordon Lawson Jr. in the pits. Ty Marasco, your new race leader, after he completed his services. Troy Rafford running 2nd, and Tim Williams running 3rd at the moment. And currently, as it does stand, now looks like it's going to be Brandon Maynor, your first car a lap down, as Tim Williams falls a lap down. Len McNeese now running 9th right now, as your top 10 will be Marasco, Rafford, Mefford, Garrett, Paulson, the Throttle, Chantel Pottle, Blunt, Hole the 3rd, McNeese, and Maynor. Well, race fans, we're coming to 14 to go. correction, 13 to go. 13 laps to go. We should be seeing people starting, these drivers starting to get aggressive now, picking different lines to work with. As you can see, our slow transition tonight and under the lights now. Nebraska right now. Coming to 11 to go. Bradford trying to make a rundown on him, on Marasco, as he's turned his lead down to 9/10 of a second. Mefford at 8 seconds 7/10, running third. Uh-oh! Here comes the 94 of Rafford, trying to force a mistake out of Marasco. Is he going to force a mistake, or does he have to fight hard for the lead? As a side-by-side for the lead, going into 1 and 2. Marasco able to barely just get by and hold on to his lead. Rafford, though, running his bumper yet again. Marasco has a miracle of Rafford right now. He's just trying to wait for Rafford to either force Marasco to have a mistake, or he's going to try to force a mistake on Marasco. Rafford is. But Rafford's running out of time, running out of laps. As we're coming to 7 to go. Looks like Rafford got a little loose coming out of 1 and 2, but he was able to keep it steady and keep it going straight. Mefford able to cut down to 7 second 8/10. They go again, trying to go side by side for the lead down the front straightaway, going into 1 and 2. Is Rafford gonna make his move? And Rafford's trying to make the move, but Marasco able to still hold him off. As Rafford gets almost turned, he gets loose. He was able to save it though. Good battle for the lead so far, race fans, right here. Coming to crunch time, Bradford was able to make a run and trying to force a mistake still. But Marasco's not having it. He's putting the fight. He's like, you want this lead? You gotta fight for it. And that's what he's showing right now. And at this point, with these two fighting hard, we're gonna have maybe Braden Mefford catch up and try to put his name on the running for the lead now. But we don't know, as we still have a long race to go, as we're coming to 5 to go. As I like to say, high 5 in the air. 5 left to go at Darlington. We have Eric Mefford right now at a 6.94. Rafford at a 0.81 as Rafford tries to go side by side and catch a side draft. Is that going to help him? Is there still side by side with lap traffic coming into play now? Rafford able to barely get past Marasco. Rafford, your new race leader, coming to as we're on 4 to go. Lap traffic, what's going to happen here? Are they going to be just playing? Are they going to be playing chase, or what's going to happen as lap traffic in the way? Oh, we had a little bit of contact. hit the wall, almost spun it, was able to keep it safe. Rasco lost 0.48, 0.6 of a second to Rafford right now. Well, it's probably the mistake right there with that lap traffic coming into play. Right now, Marasco trying to make a run down, coming to 2 to go, race fans. Marasco trying to make his run, trying to make another run as he's down, as he lost 0.8 of a second to Rafford right now. Ladies and gentlemen, as Rafford exits 1 and 2, he will see the white flag. White flag in the air one more time around here at Darlington. Troy Rafford, all he has to do is make it around as we have the 112 in the wall. That's not going to matter though, as Rafford exits 3 and 4. Troy Rafford will see the white flag and he tames the Lady in Black. Troy Rafford, your race winner. Wow, what a race. Green flag all the way. And here is the checker flag moment of the race. Well, race fans, after a thrilling race, here is your finishing order. Your race winner is Troy Rafford, and your bridesmaid will be Time Mascarell. And your third place finisher and rounding out your podium finishers will be Brandon Mefford, Eric Blunt, John Paul III, Derek Paulson, John Garrett, Tim Williams, Brandon Messer, and Gordon Lawson Jr. rounds out your top 10 finishers. Those will be finishers on screen. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is, your third place finisher, Brandon Mefford. Now, Brandon, as you were going throughout this race, what was your strategy going to this race if this was to have a few cautions here tonight?
I think everybody will tell you the game plan tonight was save your tires, be good on the long run, because we had to run, one set out for 2 runs there, and I think I did that. We made a mistake on pit road twice. I overshot my pit stall, and then I accidentally took tires on the right side that first stop, so kind of put me behind Troy and Ty there. But key here is to keep the truck clean and have tires at the end.
Indeed, there. How were you thinking as you saw these few people starting to make contact with the wall every now and then and almost spinning out? What was going through your thoughts through all that?
I was kind of praying for a caution there. I wanted to race it out with Troy and Ty up there at the front. Anybody else that was going to be in the battle, but just hoping that they, they keep it clean. This is a good group of guys, and hopefully they weren't going to come off the wall and take you out if you're on the underside of them or anything like that. So just hoping that we stayed clean and had a chance there at the end.
Indeed there. Anyone you like to thank tonight before you finish?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody over here at the pit stall for allowing me to come in here and race just whenever I'm available. I think this is only my second or third race with these guys this season. Thanks to the drivers, they welcome me every time I come over, so that makes me feel good. And then to run up front with this top class group of fellas really makes me feel good. And I really appreciate all the drivers and all the sponsors that put everything on for this league. Thank you for the broadcast. I'd like to thank my family, um, Charity Motorsports teammates. I think that's about it, but
Anyway, congratulations on coming in third. Your third place finisher, Brandon Mefford. Here's, ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher and your runner-up, Ty Mascrow. Now, Ty, as you guys were coming to a few laps to go, I gotta say, what were you thinking as you had a mirror full of Rafford?
Just trying to hold them behind me. I mean, that's all I tried to do there. It just, yeah, it didn't work out. But hey, we'll take home second. Tough race. Tough racetrack. He got me in 3 and 4 one time, and I knew that was his best corner. And I knew, I guess, if I can stay in the lead and up top, I could probably pin him down and not make sure he passes me. But he passed me coming out of 3 and 4, and it was pretty much donezo from there.
I know as you guys were coming to a few laps to go, you guys had that lap traffic in front of you. Do you think that played a factor into him passing you, or would that played a factor?
Going back a few laps, I mean, I definitely caught a lap car in a terrible spot, and that's what allowed him to catch me a lot quicker. That might have taken a couple more laps to catch me. So, I mean, yeah, they definitely played. It's just hard to get around them. I mean, they have to be on the racetrack too, so you got to find a way around them, and we just didn't find a way good enough tonight.
Indeed there. Anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Michael Falk, MF Racing Designs, Derek Paulson, my teammate, and y'all in the booth doing it every week, and we'll be back next week.
Indeed there. Anyway, here is your second place finisher, Ty Marasco. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Troy Rafford. Now, Troy, when you qualified today, did you think you'd be finishing in the exact same spot you finished here tonight?
You try not to think too much here, Darlington. With Darlington, it's all you're racing the track rather than racing other cars, and the trap you get into and how you lose races is to sit there and mirror drive and try to block and try to do all that, and when that happens, that's unfortunately usually when you end up in the wall and losing races.
Indeed there. Now I gotta ask, as you are coming to the closing laps here tonight, what were you thinking as you had all that lap traffic in your way and in front of Marasco as well?
I'm mainly just hoping that the guys who were laps down were cognizant that the leaders are coming up on them. There's such a difference in speed sometimes, especially depending on when people get tires and things like that. You just hope that everybody can kind of stay not that you want anybody to give you anything, but at least give you a little bit of room so the leaders can race.
Indeed there. Anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Of course, just big shout out to Evidence Based Mommy, National Kidney Foundation, Lucky Finn Project, all of the guys who put the show on. I've missed a couple of weeks with the tournaments and stuff like that my kids do. So, it's been it's good to get back, and always love to get in here and race with these guys. A good group of guys.
Indeed there. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your race winner, Troy Rafford. That's pretty much going to do it for us here in the booth. Thank you so much to Fort Worth Screen Printing and Lightning Wrapz for bringing you the Pit Stall Racing Series. So that's pretty much going to do it for us. I'm Michael Bollinger, once again filling in for Kristen Shiver, who is still ill. And from all of us here on PTM Racing TV, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time when the green flag flies.